A young woman gets out of her boat and is walking down the side of the river. She has not been seen or heard from since. Weeks later, did she fall into the water? Did someone do something bad to her? Today we're taking a look at what happened to Jessica Stacks. Hello my friends and welcome to Not Famous. Today we are talking about the missing person case of Jessica Stacks, a 28-year-old woman from Mississippi. She was with her boyfriend, Jerry Baggett, on New Year's Day, the 1st. It was a Friday of this year, and they were going down the Tallahatchie River. They were on a boat together. They had left that morning, and I believe from what I've read that they had potentially seen some sort of wild pig, and that she had got out of the boat and she was intending to go search for it. She's walking down the riverside on her own. We're not entirely sure what the boyfriend was doing for this point in time. She ends up going missing. They had been out on the river for a couple hours after being dropped off there that morning. Her phone and keys were left behind with someone who was giving them a ride, picking them up. The police are not notified that she has been missing until 10:15 p.m. that evening. Of course, it's a bit cold out that evening. An initial search effort makes its way down the area. Parts of the river are heavily flooded, so they're not able to search directly on that. However, they do scour. January 2nd comes, and she is not found. And her parents, her family, are waiting anxiously, and the hours just feel like days for them. In fact, her mother, Kathy Story, has told that her younger brother was having his 15th birthday that next day, January 2nd. And that him and Jessica are extremely close. He's a bit on the autistic scale, and there's no way that she would have missed that party. She would have been there for him, at least on her own will, unless something bad had happened to her. Now, my friends, this is at the very beginning of the year, the very beginning of January, where you're pushing towards the end of the month now. It has now been weeks since Jessica Stacks went missing. There has been a massive search effort, however. Various different local authorities and further out, search teams, fish and rescue teams, and many others have searched for her on foot, with cadaver dogs, with drones, and other technology. They've searched in the water, around the water, all throughout the area, and yet no body has been found, and Jessica has not come home safe and sound yet. There aren't a whole lot of public details available from the boyfriend, Jerry Baggett, about what exactly happened. Police do not believe that there is any foul play, at least at this point in time. However, that has not stopped rumors and speculation from going wild on social media about the potential that somebody might have done something bad to Jessica. And just think, my friends, if you've ever been in a community where a young person went missing like this, it usually rattles people. It is heartbreaking, it's sad, and just try to put yourself into that position of what this community is going through, what her friends and family have gone through, and even if you've never met this person, what that is like to have to deal with. Usually after the first few days, if the person missing has not been found, it is not usually good. And generally, many of these cases do eventually end up solved, sometimes months or years later, with the deceased person found. However, many of these cases remain unsolved for years and decades. Let's hope, for her family and friends' sake, that she is found one way or the other very soon, and so that they may have some kind of peace. Friends, I cover a lot of cases like this here on this channel, Not Famous, and you don't want to miss them. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And at times, YouTube doesn't really allow these types of videos and this kind of content to be monetized or to serve ads. And I have to thank my patrons of this channel so much for supporting and helping me grow and doing cool things like making stickers and t-shirts and other things like that to grow this brand. Without them, it wouldn't even be possible. So thank you to the patrons. Hope you're having an amazing day, whatever's going on in your life. I hope that you are blessed and nobody in your life is missing and you never have to deal with anything like one of these cases. My friends, it's always good to talk to you. I'll talk to you again. And as always, adios, amigos. Famous. Not famous.